Vicki Lemons here, and welcome to my channel. If you are new, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome back. I am so glad to have you here. In this video, we're going to talk about you being the producer. What does that even mean? You're the producer. You're the one in your family to do it, to do the big things. You're the one in your family to be successful, to be driven, to be disciplined, to be enlightening, to provide a certain level of je ne sais quoi to the family name, to where you came from, even if you weren't given the opportunity to do so positively, right? You weren't nurtured into that. It's just who you are. No matter the obstacles, you overcome it, and you will overcome it because you are the producer. You are the one to make things happen. It won't get done if you don't do it. If you don't initiate it for your family, it won't get done. If you don't initiate it for your team, it won't get done. If you don't initiate it for your friends, it won't happen. You are just the producer. You make it happen. And even if you don't fully make it happen on your own, you are the producer of it. You initiate it. You take the leap. You don't mind being the person to create something different that no one else is thinking of doing, and allowing it to be a catalyst for a new version of what that team can represent, what that family can represent, what you represent. The one thing that can be a bonus and sometimes a negative about being the producer is that someone is always counting on you. Someone is always counting on you to be the person to start, you to be the person to make it happen, you to be the person to get it done. So, in this video, I'm going to share some ways that people may not know that they are the producer in their family, but they are. And so when you hear these things, they may resonate with you. For some, it may resonate. For some, it may not. For some, it might be, aha, yeah, that is me. For some, it's like, it's not me, but I know who that is in my family. Encourage them. Show them that you know that that they are the person to be the one to get things done. Show them this video and say, did you know that you are probably the producer of our family? And if you are the producer and you recognize these things in yourself, then acknowledge that you play a really special role in the not only gathering, but the uplifting and moving forward of your family. So here we go. Number one, you're probably the producer of your family, is that you're probably a really good listener. You listen to your family's needs, what they speak and what they don't speak. You acknowledge the context clues. You acknowledge the behavior. You acknowledge when someone's uncomfortable. You acknowledge when someone wants to do something more. You have a strong feeling of discernment. You understand that what you feel is not what everyone else feels. And so your listening is a skill that enables you to see what the people in your world, whether it's your family, your team, your friends, what they need, what they truly need, the things that they say and the things that they don't say. Number two, you're a producer if you can empathize. Let me tell you something. There is just something about being able to feel what someone else feels, whether you've been in that same exact situation or not. Just being able to open yourself up to the vulnerability that, hey, I may not have gone through this exact situation, but I've went through something similar and I felt those same emotions. And I understand where this person is coming from. And so I can relate to them communicatively as well as emotionally in what they feel, because I see it from all perspectives and not just from my side of things. I'm the producer because I understand that it's not just the way I want to do things. It's not just the way I see things. It's the way everyone else sees things too. And me being able to gather all that information up and take it in and be thoughtful in the way that I understand it and taking in perspective. So that's something that you should think about. Maybe I'm someone who listens to everything and feels it and can understand from a deeper level that that's how that person or those people feel. And I can take all that energy and bottle it up and put it into something for me to be able to push out so that I can make whatever situation I'm in more valuable. Number 3, patience. I'm probably the producer in my family if I have patience. I'm not one ready to scream off at everybody's head, because they said something I don't like. I'm not the person ready to just go crazy because someone did me wrong once or whatever. I'm the producer because I have patience, because I understand people operate differently, because I can be calm in tough and rough situations. I'm the producer because I understand that patience is the thing that's going to allow me to connect deeper to the person who may be struggling to just communicate. Maybe the person or people I'm speaking to don't have the same level of communication skill that I have. And so I have to be patient in understanding that, hey, they may not be where I am, but that doesn't make them less of who I am, right? They are still just as important. They just don't have the information that I have. And so it's up to me to provide that, right? So as the producer, we understand that. We don't belittle, we just understand that in the times where we may not feel we're getting our point across, or we may not feel the people are receiving our information the way we want them to receive it, or however that goes, you understand it's more about being patient. You are probably the producer in your family if you're the reliable one. That's just cut dry and simple. Most people will be connected to you because they can rely on you. You are the producer because you make it happen. So in order to make it happen, you have to be reliable. You have to be punctual. You have to be someone that can be counted on. And so that's pretty much clear, cut, and dry. You are the producer if you are a good communicator. This is something that people struggle with all the time. They struggle with being able to communicate their feelings effectively. And when you're the producer, you have to make sure that everyone understands what everyone is doing. Everyone understands what you're doing. Everyone understands what the mission is, what the goal is. And that has to be communicated effectively. And if you don't know how to effectively communicate, that's something that you should work on. And also, when people give you critique about your communicative style, take it in, learn it, because when we speak, we don't speak just to ourselves, right? We speak to other people. So if we can't convey what we're trying to say, then the person receiving our information can't understand it in the way that we want them to understand it. That means that they are not receiving our communication effectively. So communicating effectively is one sign that you are the producer in your family, because you understand all that encompasses the effective communication. It's not just about getting out what I want to say to people who I want to hear it. It's about me effectively saying what I need to say for the person that's receiving it to effectively receive it, so that they understand exactly where I'm coming from, so that we can bounce back and forth in a positive exchange versus, a defensive or an attack of an exchange. We want it to be where we effectively communicate, and that is something that is done when you are the producer. You are probably the producer in your family if you're the one that just takes initiative. You take initiative. And this is when I say family, I also mean like this goes for businesses with teams and things like that. If you are the person in the family or in the business who takes initiative, then you're the producer. You see all the things that can go on, and you've chosen to take this initiative and move forward with it. Despite the challenges, despite whatever else is going on, despite who doesn't think that it needs to be done, you see value in it. You see you can make it work, and then you make it happen. So you are probably someone who takes initiative if you are the producer in your family. And last but not least, you are the producer in your family if you are just a good role model. At the end of the day, what type of example are you setting for the people in your family? That boils down to perspective, right? Because you could be doing the most, and some people feel like you're not doing enough. But as the producer, you know when you're doing the producing, because you understand that it doesn't take away from you that others don't see the value in what you see the value in. You see the value in the vision, and so therefore you understand that just because they don't see the value in your vision doesn't make the vision less valuable. And that's the important thing. When you are the producer, you see the value in a lot of things that other people don't, because they don't have the vision. You do. That's why you're the producer. Otherwise, everyone would be the producer. Everyone is not the producer. Only some are. And there can be multiple in one family, multiple in one team at work or whatever, but you have to know these things about yourself to identify them in other people. So to see that, oh, they're the producer too, or in this situation, I'm the producer. I'm the one that has to get it done. I'm the one in the family that needs to do this in order for everyone else to do that. You have to understand that. And I know that that can be a burden at times because the weight gets put on you. However, think about it as a positive weight, like a superhero power. You have a power that they don't have. Don't look at it as a burden. Look at it as a gift. It is a gift. It is a gift to not only be that, but to acknowledge that you are that, and to see it in yourself so that you can better enhance it and acknowledge it when you see it through other people. As always, I thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. This is how I will be able to continue to bring you videos like this and many, many more in the future. And I thank you for watching, and God bless.